There's something fishy about this machine. I don't know what's going on. It's normal stock broadcasting. Every time I use it, it does it a little different. Not every time. No, what'll happen, it'll get into a pattern, I'll understand it. It'll be just going along and everything's... Then all of a sudden, things are different. I don't know why. I'm just not doing what it did. Now, then I'm dumb enough to start doing my pattern different too. It's nothing but a pattern mechanism, and it's about the dumbest thing that ever lived. And I never know when it's going to break pattern, and there I am dumb enough to break pattern too, and then I don't know what the hell's going on. So who knows if this is getting to you or not? Who knows? Or the patterns that used to give me the confidence that it possibly was getting uploaded and viewed by maybe 3 or 4 people, I think that's all it's seeing. If there's no, why would anybody look at me? You know, when I see these great crowds, I think, man, how do you get a crowd like that? I thought, you know, if I did something terrible like this man in Florida, the whole planet is looking at him. And you're trying to do something lovely, and no one is paying any attention to you at all. Or you think, is that why you went out and did something dumb? To get attention? I don't want attention. I want you to pay attention to yourself. And I'm kind of like a window of that. That's all. And I won't be a window that long. Once you catch on to what I'm doing, I won't have to do it no more. Then somebody else be a talk show host. But I'm getting old. Too old. Way too old. I am. I've spoken publicly for 40 years. Longer than that, really. I'm 67. I've always spoken publicly and got my face beat in for it. So look at this face. For speaking, you say that's your own, yeah, it's mine, and speaking publicly. And most of it is because I spoke publicly. Is any failure of myself is because I spoke publicly, and people made sure that I was so screwed over I couldn't see myself at all, let alone live up to myself and be what you call responsible. Forget it. I struggle with that one, with the image I've carried from the way everyone else has treated me from the beginning. That is for sure, and that will sell someday. Oh, yeah, it will. I never stood a chance, said my maker, and you are doing very well, young man. It shows that you have fiber that I built, and I'm very thankful that you brought it to me. I'll expose the fiber that I built with you, and you shall stand up. Do you understand me? Yes, sir, I do. Great. Let's get going. Draw a line on the floor. Here's what you could know. Here's what you couldn't. And we started through a whole thing, me and my mind and my maker. And I expect you to do the same thing. All of you, especially the most angry of you. You're angry because your head is full of stuff you couldn't possibly know. Draw a line on the floor. This is what you could know. This is what you couldn't. Start separating it. You won't find much left in there. The angry won't. And then you'll find it's full of all this contentment and wonderful stuff that you notice. It's kind of like you get rid of the reason you're angry, which is BS. Your eyes will see in your mind, and you'll begin to see some things to be really gleeful about. They're exciting. And you won't be angry anymore. Then you're going to get very angry. Then no one else is seeing it either. And you're still struggling with it, and you still don't want to learn anymore. You want to pick up what you see and work with it. You ain't got time to, oh, I got to go back to school. Oh, really? When are you going to work with what you know? Why are you going back to school? Are you investing in what you know? Well, I got to go to school and do that. No, you don't. No, you really don't. There's plenty around that can help you with that one. Invest in what you know right now. The consistency and generosity and sentiment, and don't go back to school at all. Ever. Invest what you have right now, what you know, especially my age. You ain't got time to go back to school. There's too many children to hold on your lap and share so many wonderful things that you ain't got time to go back and get more recognition and identification in a classroom. No, you don't. Not a one of you. You don't need it. There's too much to contribute with what you have right now. You don't have time to go back to school for higher education. It's BS. You want somebody, you want to put on a robe and go, and you're gross as my teeth with that motive. Now, you're lovely people. Go contribute your loveliness and do not go back and educate it more. Don't do it. And let me find you. Ever. Don't do it. Don't. Contribute what you have lovely now to the children. And I'll tell you, I absolutely command you as your monarch king in exile. Move. Contribute the love you have right now. Do not educate to something else. And take the time to do that. You do not have time. The children do not have time. They need you now. Find a child that was brought by somebody who doesn't have the brains God gave a goose and give it a hand. Move. And you don't have to look very far, do you? Most of you in your own families would work. Everybody's family start contributing in everybody's family. I don't think you need another grant ever again. Ever. And Congress would be lonely, wouldn't they? Huh? And the whole planet is attacking Congress, the United States. Yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. And always have. When has Congress of the United States not been attacked by everyone on this planet since it's been in existence? When? Thank you. And you who don't like Congress, I don't like them either. I'll tell you this much, they've always been under attack by everybody that's ever lived, except one man, Benjamin Franklin. He didn't attack them. He set them up and told them, you have to behave in a certain way or this is not going to work. And Mr. Franklin set the whole thing up for you, didn't he? And the others, shut up. Shut up. It happened behind the scenes with a handshake, and you know it. And if it didn't, none of your remarks in any constitution would mean a thing. And they come from a Magna Carta, and you didn't come up with nothing original. Not one thing in that Constitution is original. Nothing. And you ain't living up to what's been around long before Constitution. Oh, yeah. Well, you're not going to get to hide behind that one. Nope. Your failure to live up what came and is long before it and shall remain long after it. Do you a bit. Yea, United States taught me that one.